When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's vlog. It is Tuesday the 5th of February and we're back in the hospital because Aurora is not allowed to come home for another 24 hours because they've found because Sarah's got anti-E in her body, in her blood, so they've got to make sure that baby's not got it.
Do you think she might have like
Yeah, because it can break down her blood. So what they're going to do is they're going to test her today. They've got to leave it 24 hours, and then after 24 hours she can go home. So the discharge sheets are ready, so she can go home tomorrow. Fingers crossed. She had her heel pricked before, and everything seems to be okay. So bit disappointed because I wanted them home today, but obviously we've got to put the babies out first, and Sarah's. So hopefully they're going to be home tomorrow. So Sarah's just breastfeeding at the minute. Well, you nearly are.
If you sit here, you'll be able to see me because I don't like talking to the back of myself.
There.
She just keeps going cross-eyed. Just had a shower. So I'm gonna do my hair, put a bit of makeup on. And Grandma might come and see you. Need to tell them about the palette.
No.
So also,
It's
you know,
tongue-tied.
yeah, Penelope had a first palette when she was born, and they've just noticed that Aurora's palette is actually a bit bigger than it should be.
It's not that.
No, yeah, it's the top of the palette. That's what he said when he came out. And then he was talking about the antibodies. So it's actually, it's got a name for it, like a disease. But basically, what it does is the antibodies fight the baby and try attacking the baby. So that's what they're checking for. So hopefully, there's a specialist coming out to look at her mouth today, and hopefully he'll clear that, and then that'll be fine.
So basically you have a piece of skin here in the middle of your lip. She's got a bigger piece of skin and an overlap than most people do. So they'll snip it, they'll cut it in about 2 weeks, I think. But we're waiting for the tongue tie specialist. Nothing to worry about. It doesn't affect anything with her. It doesn't affect the way that she looks. It just affects the way that she speaks. She'll probably have a lisp. But it's going to get sorted. So please, if anybody's watching this, if they're worried, they're concerned, you don't need to be. She's going to be completely fine. So I'm going to nip and get the boys in a minute. Then I'm going to come back later on with my mum. My mum's already going to be here probably by the time I get here, or I might be here just before my mum. And then I'm going to have to take the boys back home. Chloe, bless her, has been running around ragged for us. And then I'm going to have to go to the office later on because I've got tons of orders. So that's where we're up to at the minute.
Much later.
Alright, so I've got back now with Oscar and Alpha. They've just seen Aurora for the first time. She's just having a feed now because she was a bit ratty when Oscar picked her up. So we're going to video them in a minute holding her, but they seem to you I can't get the words out. What do you think of your new sister? Do you love her?
Yeah, so small.
You know, she's tiny, isn't she?
Yeah.
Just think you could put 7 of her in your head, Alpha. That's how small she is.
No, but she won't stay that tiny for ages.
No.
She'll soon be running around robbing your cars.
Yeah, and after you Playmobil stuff.
And asking to play with your toys, you'll be going, I don't like it. She wants to play with everything.
And taking Vanellope's toys. Oh, Grandma's on her way now.
She's taking my toys.
Grandma will be here soon.
Help his toys.
No one's listening to her.
I know. Grandma's coming in.
hours left now, and it's Alfie's turn to hold baby Aurora. So it's your turn now to be the big brother, innit? Yeah.
And do you know what Oscar just turned around and said? Never been a boy.
Why?
Girls are better than boys.
See, the thing is, what have I always told you about the girls? You always look after the girls, don't you? When you get bigger. Yeah?
She wants feeding, you know. You have to get your boob out. I don't have one.
So we're just going to stay here for another 5 minutes and I'm going to nip home. I'm going to go and pick the boys something up for tea. Maybe a pizza, I think. And then we're going to check in with Vanellope and see everybody else. And then I've got to fly over to the office and get some prints done. Yeah.
So me and Aurora thought we'd check in with you guys. And have you seen this? Check this out. What are you doing? You said you could lift that head up. Hey? Like nearly 2 days old and already picking her head up. She's so alert, so strong as well. What are you doing? So, I just thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. Her bloods came back and her bloods are okay. So we can actually go home tomorrow, but the doctor just wants to observe her like overnight for 24 hours just because it'd make him feel a little bit more at ease if he knows that he's like taking good care of her for another night, and just to make sure that like nothing changes through the night. So we're just having cuddles here. Dave's gone now. I hate being in here. It's nice like giving birth to your baby, but then when you got to sit here on your own and sorry about this. But yeah, like sitting here on your own, I just hate it. And like quite far away from home, so it's not like Dave can just nip down and see us. So, but anyway, we'll be home in the morning and getting into a nice family routine, which will be good. And finally get to put Aurora in a buggy and maybe a cot and a Moses basket, because you know we'll have to try them all. But I'm looking forward to like all the kids just getting to have some like proper me time with them, and definitely looking forward to seeing like Eva's reaction and Max's. And I think like Eva's going to be like really protective, because like she must have known that I was going to go into labour, because she was like really sitting at my feet and just like following me everywhere. So she obviously knew that like something was going to happen. Ooh. So we're just having some snuggles and we're just going to chill here. Yeah, you can take it now.
Some days I've got to work 3 days to get 100 quid. Just depends. Whereabouts your job is? Yeah, I know you work, maybe the morning.
That's a nurse was coming in to get the tray because we just had tea. So yeah, so we're just going to chill here, have some cuddles, and then we'll probably check back in with you guys later on. I'm just going to have some more observations later on, and then I'll let you know how they go, and then you'll probably see Dave for the majority of the day. I know the vlogs have been a little bit messed up, even like I feel a little bit disappointed, especially in like the first vlog, even though like everybody really liked it. There was just that much going on that night that it was literally like in and out of theatre, so we couldn't get the camera out a lot of the time, and then we were coming back, we were rushing, and then there was like doctors in and out, and it was just very manic, so we just couldn't, we more or less just had to get the camera out as and when we could. So it was a little bit disappointing because there was like so much more that we actually wanted to get. We wasn't allowed to actually film Aurora actually being born, because when she came out she wasn't actually breathing and the cord was round her neck. So we didn't actually get to hold her straight away. The paediatrician was there waiting for her to come out so we could check her and stuff like that. Obviously she'd pooed in the sack, so I think that's called like meconium or something, I think it's that. So they basically had to just take her straight away, clean her up, and then we didn't get to actually hold her for about 40 minutes later. So, but at least we managed to deliver naturally, so that's all I'm bothered about. We didn't need to have a C-section, although it nearly come to that. So me and Dave will actually sit down and talk about the nightmare of the night, and explain to you all what actually happened in that night. I don't know if you can see, but they actually took blood from the back of the head as well, because they needed to check her oxygen levels. So she's got like little red marks on the back of her head. I've not been able to bath her yet, so I'll probably do that tomorrow when we get home, because I said it'd probably best if we didn't bath her, just to try it, because the temperature kept coming down, so they didn't want it to be bathed and then it affect her basically, like bring the temperature down even more. She's lying with her actual chin on me chest. So anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you for a little bit, try and get some sleep, and then be nice and fresh for tomorrow when we go home.
The next morning.
Alright guys, it's the morning after again. We're still putting the vlogs up every day, but obviously you just have to bear with us. That's why I've jump cut from yesterday to today. I just wanted to say a couple of things before I end today's vlog. Sarah should be coming home today. That's obviously the priority, to get her home today, because I think she's a bit fed up now. But I just wanted to show you, we received 2 packages yesterday. We received 2 gorgeous sprays of flowers. One from one of our subscribers called Claire Edwards, and one from one of our subscribers called Rachel and Toby. I cannot begin to tell you how thankful and grateful both I am and Sarah are. Obviously Sarah's not seen them properly yet, but she said open them up because they could wilt and stuff like that. So she's also got chocolates as well from Rachel. It's just amazing. You know, thank you so much. It's going to mean the world to Sarah when she comes home later today. So I'm just going to show them you really quickly. All right, so these are the flowers. This one came from Claire. They're just beautiful. This one came from Rachel. Again, just gorgeous, beautiful. It just blows our mind. Just thank you so much. It's so appreciated, it really is. Also as well, yesterday we had some issues with the vlog. It kept going down for some reason, then back up. And then some other people asked me who was telling to get off the bed at the end of yesterday's vlog. Okay, so Aurora's cot was directly in front of me, and I didn't realise this, but Max had actually got onto the cot and was clawing away at the bedding and the sash that comes down. So I obviously told him to get off the bed. I've never seen him do that before, so that's why. Was it left in deliberately? No. Should I have cut it out? Probably, but then I sat there and thought, you know what, there's nothing bad in telling the cat to get off the bed. Simple as that. So yeah, so I'm just about, well, the washing machine broke, so I've just booked that in. I've been on the phone for them for 2 hours trying to get them to book the washing machine in. It's booked in, so Melanie next door is going to be doing the washing for us, because she's great, Melanie and Duncan, who live next door to us, are just amazing. 2 of the nicest people you'll ever meet. So what I'm going to do now is I've just got to wait for Sarah to ring me to tell me that she's been discharged. They took some more blood this morning from Aurora just to make sure that she hasn't got jaundice. They're just waiting on a gum specialist because she's a tiny bit tongue-tied, but it's nothing to worry about. As I said yesterday, don't panic. There's nothing to worry about. It's not going to hinder her in any way whatsoever. And then once all that's sorted out, she got discharged, then she's going to ring me so I can pick her up. I'm hoping that she'll get discharged in the next hour, because it's like 11:30. Yeah, you're coming to pick her up as well. If she doesn't ring me by that time, then obviously what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to pick the kids up, come home, and then I'm going to have to go and pick her up. I'll probably take Portia and Vanellope with me. So yeah, that's where we are. So do not forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you're not already, and make sure you click the notification bell. It does nothing. Make sure you leave us a comment, and we will see you guys tomorrow because we do this every single day.